Hi, this is P R Sundar. Welcome to this special episode where I am going to talk about P R Sundar becoming an international trader. The first thing is that, in this episode, I am going to share my experience, my performance in US markets. It all started with some problem. I made some small mistake, SEBI has penalized me heavily. And I was banned from trading in Indian markets for about 1 year. And then I was thinking, so why not I venture into US market? So there were a number of reasons. And let me tell you once again, too many people keep on asking the same question. If you are an Indian resident or if you are a tax resident of India, you are not allowed to trade in US markets. So in my case, I am a citizen of Singapore, and then from this financial year I decided to stay abroad for more than 6 months. So therefore I will not be staying in India for more than 6 months. So therefore I am neither an Indian citizen and nor Indian tax resident. Now purely I am a citizen of Singapore and I have no problem in trading in US markets. If you are a tax resident of India, you can trade in US markets, but you can trade only in cash market, not the futures and options market. But I trade only in futures and options market. So this is one question many people ask. Second question many people ask, sir, how come the taxation is zero? If you are not paying tax in US, then you have to pay tax to India. I am a citizen of Singapore. Either I have to pay tax to US or I have to pay tax to Singapore only. I don't have to pay tax to India. I will have to pay tax to India only if I am making money in India or if I stay in India for more than 6 months. A US resident trading in US markets will have to pay tax to US government. But a non-US citizen or a non-US resident trading in US markets, he need not pay tax to US government, but he is required to pay tax to his own country. Say for example, in my case, I am a citizen of Singapore. I am not liable to pay tax to US and I am liable to pay tax to Singapore only. But the Singapore income tax rule says that whatever money I am making within Singapore, only I am liable to pay tax to Singapore government. If I make some money outside Singapore, for that money, I am not liable to pay tax to Singapore government. Therefore, I don't have to pay tax to US also, I don't have to pay tax to Singapore also. So this is the whole story. And if you are an NRI and staying more than 6 months abroad, and then you can trade in US markets. But again, if you are a US based NRI, you are at a disadvantage. There is a lot of taxation. But if you are a Gulf based NRI or Singapore based NRI, and then you will have no problem in taxation. So the tax will be zero in US also, it will be zero in the country of your residence also. So I hope I have clarified things better. Without wasting the time, let me show you. I don't know whether you people heard about this Market Wizards by Jack D. Schwager. So this is a very, very famous book and he interviews the top traders in the world. So I am hoping one day that guy will be interviewing me also. So if that happens, I'll be the first Indian trader to be interviewed by Market Wizards. So I still call it as Indian because I was born and brought up in India. By race, I am an Indian. Let me take you to my trading terminal. So this is my trading terminal. Since you may be new to this trading terminal, let me show you a few things. The system says today is a 2nd of November and the US market has not started. So you can see time is 6:30. I keep only Indian time and this is not the Dubai time. I'm keeping Indian time only. So it is around 5 p.m. in Dubai. Market is yet to start. So it will start in another half an hour time. But US markets continue to trade for 22 hours in a day. Only for the cash market, starting time, ending time. But futures and options, it continues for 22 hours. Here you can see P&L daily. So that means this is my today's MTM. So I'm sitting with an $8,000 MTM profit today. And net liquidity is 967.4K. which means that if I close all my position How much money I will get back? It's about 967.4K. That's close to 1 million. Sundar ban gaya US millionaire. So very soon I will become a millionaire by US standard. And this one, excess liquidity and maintenance. So maintenance is, this is a total margin for all my position. And see, although I have 967.4K, but I only deployed 404K. Means I deployed less than half of the capital, and more than half of the capital is lying cash, excess liquidity. This is a good thing about US markets. Just by deploying less than half of the capital, and you can get a very good return. And these are all my positions. In fact, today only I closed most of my positions. That's because, tomorrow, Friday, number one, US jobs data, monthly jobs data will be coming, and the markets will move violently on either side. But the problem is that I will be flying to India. I'm having a workshop in Delhi on Saturday, Sunday. So for that, tomorrow I'm flying. So tomorrow I will not be able to trade in US market. So in my absence, if something big happens, the problem. So that's why I closed most of my positions here. Okay. Now, what is the performance? If you go to accounts, account management home, this is the back office. In this back office, so the system says rate of return 1 year, means in the last 1 year, my return is 139%. So that is astonishing result by any standard. And making 140%, and that too, no need to pay even $1 tax, is a tax-free income. It's a fantastic performance. Okay, now to give you more details, I'll go to performance and reports, portfolio analyst. Okay, and here you can see 1 day return. 1 day return is $8,000. 7 day return you can see 83,000. Month to date 31,000. 1 month return is $1,59,000, but that is not the exact profit, because during this period I deposited about $81,000. So therefore only the difference is the profit, right? To give you more better picture, I go to reports, and year to date report I just download in PDF. It is downloaded. So I open this downloading. You can see here, I'll make it zoom slightly. So this is my name, my account number, and then you can see analysis period is January 2 to November 1. This report will come 1 day later. Today's MTM is not taken into consideration. So from January to November 1, that means it's almost October 31. So 10 months. So in the 10 month, my return was 104%. That's excluding today's profit. If I add today's profit, it may be 105 or 106. And 5 day return is about 7%. 10 day return about 7.65%. My best return is 8.83%. The worst return is 10.14%. Okay. Many people commented, sir, how can you lose 10% in 1 day? What is your risk management? Now, suppose you bring $1 lakh, the first day you lose $10,000, then that is very big. That is intolerable. But when you bring $1 lakh, then let us say it become $2 lakh. And after becoming $2 lakh, if 10% fall happens, $1,80,000, still you are in 80% profit. So don't see the 10% in 1 day, because being an option seller, any disaster can happen. We can lose more money in 1 day, but if you are worried about that, you can never make money. You don't want to see any drawdown. You put the money in bank FD, there will be no drawdown at all. What I am saying is true or not, you can see in the picture. You look at this picture. I'll zoom even further. Okay, first let me tell you what is this picture is all about. So this blue color line is my performance. Okay, there are 3 lines. One is a green color. So that is a S&P 500. It's called SPX Total Return Index. That's a return of S&P 500. Then this VT is a Vanguard, some exchange traded fund. This is also another exchange traded fund. So why they take these three? Because these three are the top 3 exchange traded funds in the world. So that's why they take. So they benchmark my return with the top 3 exchange traded funds in the world. But again, this comparison is really not a good comparison. Why? Because I am an options trader trading with a leverage, but whereas these exchange traded funds are not leveraged. There are exchange traded funds in the US which are leveraged also, but these 3 funds are not leveraged. Now, if you look at the whole year since January till now, S&P 500 has given almost 0 return, and all the 3 exchange traded funds have given almost 0 return in the last 10 months. But what happened to me? So see, this is where I started. My profit went up and then stagnated, went up slightly. Then one disaster came. So this is where probably I would have lost 10% in one day. I'm not very sure. Then after that, my profit went up all the way, again came down slightly, again went up, again one crash. This one, big one. So probably the 10% loss might be here, may not be here. And then after that, recovered. So like this. So if you look at this 10%, it may look very big. It may look as if I'm not managing my risk very well. But since I'm already in a very good profit, so I just allowed the market to go through the commotion, the problem. So I fall down and then I rose up. So falling is not a big thing. So whether you can raise again or not. Without drawdown, you want to make 100% return per annum, it is highly impossible. So this is my snapshot, and although 100% looks very, very impressive, but that's not a big deal. Why? Because my capital was only around 200k. When I have 200k, I think after that later pumped in some more money. I think now I'm sitting with, I can show you from here in the dashboard. And if I see year to date, it shows beginning is this, ending is this, change is 772, but in between I pumped in 473. So 473, 573, 673, 773. So around 300k is my profit, because I pumped in additional funds in between only. So in a way, in about 10 months time, I just made about 300k. That's only about $30,000 per month. So I don't have more. For this capital itself, I had to struggle a lot to arrange for this capital. So anyway, my aim is to bring the capital to at least $10 million and then making at least $5 million per annum as a profit. So hope one day this market wizards people will come to know about me. So I may have the privilege of being the first Indian trader to be featured in Market Wizards. If you are interested, you can tag those guys with my name, with my recommendation. I'm very happy to share, and I hope the information provided here is useful for you. Okay, number 1, is it a show off or inspiration? So there's a very thin line between show off and inspiration. I don't think that I need to do any show off. Okay, so whatever I do, there are only 2 objectives. One is the inspiration, and number 2, in what way I can help other people. And of course, I'm not running any charity, and it's a business. And the people come to me, I teach them how to trade in US markets, I charge them money. So I do training, I do mentorship, right? And I do help people if they want to migrate from India to Dubai. So we also give consultancy from A to Z. We do all the help. Of course, we will be charging some money. So we are not going to do it at free of cost. Okay. So for me, it is, training, mentorship, those things, some additional income. So, people always say, if you are trading profitably, why are you doing training? It is a low class people thinking. If I have the money, then why should I work? If I get good money in one business, why should I do the second business? That's a low class thinking. High class thinking, okay, if you are capable, you can do the second business, you can do third business, you can do the fourth business. You are creating employment opportunity for many people. You are contributing to the society. You are helping the traders, right? So people should learn to see the bigger picture. Okay, Mukesh Ambani has enough money. He sit down and eat for the life. Then lakhs and lakhs of people working for Reliance Industries, Reliance Jio, Reliance Retail, they all will lose their jobs. Right? The economy will be in problem. So once you grow beyond a limit, so it's your responsibility to contribute to the economy. It's your responsibility to help other people. Of course, when I say helping, not giving the money, just creating employment opportunities, creating good traders and so on. So I think I took a longer time. So hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.